By the power of Afro Tug Nation. It's your boy. Let's go. Let's talk about it. He-Man, the movie, the drop, the goods, the bads, the highs, the lows, the ins, the outs. Do what we do because I come for the crew. Just me and you. Now pull up. Pull it.
The number you have dialed is not available at present. Please leave your message after the beep.
Yeah, trendsetter. Whoa, league of my own, it don't get better. No, read what I wrote, I'm a bestseller. Yeah, reach for my goals, hit it dead center. Hit it dead center. Bullseye, hit it the most, there's no misses. Something like fish in a barrel, it's no different. Blindfold on me, I still got the most vision. Trendsetter told them before, but they don't listen.
Afro Tug Nation. It's your boy, T3 Geek Town. Let's get down for the clown. But before we do that, let's pay these bills. Like, subscribe, share, comment, come talk to your boy. I appreciate everybody that comes through. 317 subscribers because you've been out there telling your mama, been telling your friends, but that's not what brought you up in here today. Let's talk about it. He-Man, Masters of the Universe dropped at theaters this weekend. Oh my God. Yo, the mixed reviews on this joint is absolutely positively crazy. But here, Afro Tug Nation, we keep it a buck. We keep it 100. I'm going to give you the highs, the lows, the goods, the bads. If you have not seen this movie, change it because there will be spoilers put in here for this game, son. So you need to be ready for this. First and foremost, let me give props to something I thought I would never say in life. That we actually found a role that Jared Leto is actually really good at. I liked him in Skeletor. Oh my God. He had me in stitches the entire time. Like he was Skeletor to the max. And he wasn't just Skeletor. He was not comic but cartoon accurate Skeletor. You know what I'm saying? The Skeletor we've been getting in the memes. The Skeletor we've been needing. He had the evil side. He had the comedic side. He has the sadistic side. He has the sarcastic side. He had all the factions and points that you needed to know for that Skeletor piece. I was not completely disappointed in the He-Man. So let's start with the good. Okay, so I was not completely disappointed in the factions of the storyline for the He-Man's universe. They kept Prince Adam as a dweeb because even in the comic books, he was sort of awkward and nerdy and did not. He was like the Clark Kent of the He-Man universe. You know what I'm saying? He did not match his other side or his other persona. I did like the fact of how they did Man of Arms, as well as some of the action scenes. And I liked the cartoony effect that they did not take themselves so serious, that it was actually a cornballish movie, but that worked to its favor. You know what I'm saying? There were points in the times of this movie who has sequences like when he's in prison and he's trying to give the dynamics of what it's like to work in a work environment and how we can come together and do, because he worked in HR, that we could come together and do this, to give his motivational speeches because he's the prince. That was funny. How he was learning to use his powers. I like the fact that he was not just flashed into He-Man, but it took him a minute to realize that this dude was a straight up beast and do what he had to do. And it took a couple scenes until you get to the final part to where he finally uses his abilities to the ultimate power and he shows what he can do. I like the way they did the power up when he said, by the power of Grayskull. I liked all of that joint. I like the fact that none of the characters in there had their names until he gave it to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, your name ain't your name till it's what it is. I enjoyed that piece right there. I love the visual effects. The beauty of their planet was absolutely positively just great. Even his whole side piece with his roommate was a little oddballish and cornballish, and they played it to it. They didn't overdo it, but they did it just enough to where it was going to be a thing. Now the bad with this. One, I didn't like the fact that they gave his secret identity away. That part I was like, dang, you know what I'm saying? I like the fact that, you know, everybody didn't know he was He-Man, but here everybody knows that he's He-Man in this universe because how he comes back and how everything plays out and how it goes. The fact that some of the things I felt like they could have did a little less time on Earth and more or less on the He-Man's planet, on his world that he come from, only because I felt like the Earth portion should have been the small. It was still the smallest portion, but it was a little bit too much hard of the dynamic of him. Him getting his sword back. You know what I'm saying? I felt like they could have did better with that piece. how he got his sword back, what he had to go through to get his sword back, and everything that went on with that piece and so forth. The whole story between Adam and his father, that portion I did not like too much, because it was like his dad was the biggest influence in his life, and he didn't get to finally realize that until he was older. This was something that was stuck with him as a child, so he had like self-esteem issues. You know what I'm saying? He-Man was self-esteem issues, so that part, it was like, you know what I'm saying, we could have done better with that. But overall, you're asking, oh, what? How many Afro picks did it get? I gave it 3.8 Afro picks out of 5. Yes, 3.8. It was not a perfect movie. It was not a great movie, but I was entertained from beginning to end, front to back. And if you are a true He-Man classic love and complete lover of the game of all things He-Man, you will appreciate this even more, as just even with how the names came about. Yes, there's a lot of adult jokes in there, so kids are not going to get some of it. If you got teenagers, they're going to be a little giggly because they get a little stupid with adult jokes. But outside of that, it was all around like a good time. I had fun. I had a great time. Would I watch it again when it hit streaming? Absolutely, I'm going to watch this again. It's going to become a cult classic. Trust your boy. Believe what I'm telling you. It's going to be one of those movies, just like the original He-Man movie. It's going to be a cult classic where it's going to be so bad it's good. You did get a cameo from the He-Man Drago guy, the actor that played Drago in this movie, which I thought was pretty fun. You got 2, and I said 2 ending scenes. So don't just bounce out. I want to say, yes, you got 2. You get to come back, and you know they're going to do a second movie based on the ending scenes, because you got She-Ra that's showing up, and you find out Skeletor is not completely dead. They could have done a better job with Evil-Lyn. I thought Evil-Lyn was kind of like, she should have had a more dynamic role in this piece, because Evil-Lyn was a freaking beast, you know what I'm saying? And so how she moved and went about game, but her unwillingness and her undying loyalty, to Skeletor was always the most comedic portion of this. But you tell me what you think. Did you see this movie? Did you hate it? Did you like it? I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm just gonna tell you how I feel. Oh, you know what it is when that song comes on. It's time for your man to get long and get gone. Cause if you see your man's in the street, hit him with the beats. Hit him with a jingle jangle, baby. Jingle jangle. Like, subscribe, share. Let's go.
It's caught in the crossfire.